Hello and welcome to my favorite slow flow. Let's begin in child's pose. From hands and knees, step your knees about hip distance apart, maybe a little farther apart, and press back. Just enough until you feel a stretch in your low back. You can stack your arms and rest your brow on your stacked arms, or take a block and rest your forehead on the block. Notice the grounding effects of what you're doing. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. If you've been feeling scattered, if you're losing your focus, you're in the right place. You're in a place of balance, starting with a balanced body shift until you feel almost weightless. Palms equally weighted, brow tilting neither left nor right, nice and centered. The weight of your shins on the ground. Observe if there's any imbalance in your life at this time. In your mind's eye, can you shift things around in a positive way to reestablish some equilibrium in your life? Sometimes this means saying no to opportunities in favor of self-care, which could be as simple as pulling down a book, walking outside, or listening to a favorite album from start to finish. Take one more breath in, feel your ribs and belly expand, diaphragmatic breathing here. And slowly press up to hands and knees, hands and knees. Adjust your body. Bring your knees about hip distance apart, look back and see that that is so. And then step your hands shoulder width apart, a plumb line from shoulder to wrist. Spread your fingers, press your knuckles of the first finger into the ground. Press the ground away. Notice how your upper back begins to lift. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin, slowly moving into cat. Inhale deeply as you press the ground away. Feel the stretch radiate across your upper back. And then just as slowly come to neutral. Lift your tailbone. Press into the ground and think of lifting your chest, not cranking the neck so much as a gentle lift. Cow tilt. A slow tuck of your tail radiating the roll up your spine. Press into the ground, tuck your chin. Chin taps chest last. Lift your chin. Slow wave-like motion through your spine until the tailbone lifts. Exhale, tuck. Press your back up. Tuck your chin last. A slight lift of the chin as the wave passes through your spine, ending in the tailbone. 2 more, just like that. Eyes are closed. Getting into your body. One more tuck. And then lift. Cat-cow series is truly what I would call a gold standard of spinal health. You're opening and closing the vertebra. Now let's move the spine side to side. Bring your hips over to the right. Press your hips back towards your heels and then over to the left. This slow, easy half circle. Visualize your tailbone like a pendulum of a clock. Continue working with your eyes closed. The amount of information your eyes take in chews up a lot of storage in your brain, a lot of what they call random access memory, that working brain. So we close the eyes, shut off that pipeline for just a little while. Give your brain a rest. And breathe as you inhale. You move to the side, exhale, pressing back. Last time. Working slowly and kindly through your body. Let's move up the spine, coming back to hands and knees. Thread the needle, slide your left hand right, just directly under your gaze. Shift your knees so you feel comfortable here. Inhale, raise your right arm out to the side. Lift it as high as you feel like lifting. Exhale, sweep right arm underneath left to start. Inhale, open. Maybe reaching up a little higher, press into the ground. Exhale, close. One more time. Thread right arm under left. Turn your gaze, resting on your right ear. You can rest your ear on a blanket, a block, a pillow, the ground. Stretch your right arm away. This will help place your shoulder in traction. Press your shoulder down into the mat. And think of pressing your body gently to the right. Pause where you feel a stretch. Straighten your left arm, bicep by your ear. This is an upper thoracic spinal twist. Thoracic spine is the mid-back area. It doesn't have a lot of play, a lot of movement. But yoga does a really good job of getting in there. Another 2 breaths. Slide your left hand down toward you. Coming out the way you came in, press into the ground. Sweep right arm out to the side. And lower. Take a rest. Bring your knees together, sit back. Rest your brow down on a block or the mat. Drape your arms behind you, child's pose. Second side. Coming up through hands and knees. Step your knees about hip distance apart. Place your right hand just under your gaze. Inhale, sweep left arm out to the side. And then thread. So here, brain and body are beginning to speak to one another. Body responds so beautifully to brain when you move slowly and with intention. Thread left arm underneath right. Drop your left ear down to a pillow or the ground. Reach your left arm a little bit farther. This spreads the scapula away from the spine, stretching the rhomboids. If you have a sticky mat, think of pressing your shoulder into the mat and then driving your body slightly to the left. You'll feel the change. Stretch right bicep by right ear to add a little depth to the twist, getting into the shoulder complex. Balanced breath. We talk a lot about grounding and balancing. Think of this earthy energy, this beautiful, still, solid energy that's radiating up through your body. It has kept you from floating out into space through gravity. Slide your right hand toward you. Press into the ground and unwind. Lift your left arm out to the side and up. And release. Forehead down to the ground. And moving all the way to the ground. Move to your belly. Stack your arms or hands. Rest your brow on your stacked hands. Rock your hips side to side. This will smooth out the pubic bone and add a little bit of a tilt to your back. This is decompression of your spine and stretching the low back. A couple of deep breaths here. In through your nose, belly expands into the ground. Exhale slowly. One more time. And exhale. Slide your fingertips out to the side, parallel with your shoulders. Fingertips tenting your hands. Lift your elbows. Press into your fingertips and lift your chest just a bit. Baby, cobra, and lower. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Very slow, very steady work here. Last 2 lifts. Building strength through the spine, expansion through the chest. Last lift here. and lower. Now add your palms, press your palms down. Bring your elbows to your sides, slide your fingers just in alignment with your armpits. Squeeze an imaginary grate between your upper arms and your ribs. Squeeze in, press in, and baby lifts, baby cobra. So slow. Keep your toenails on the ground. Squeeze the grate between your arm and your ribs. That activates the entire shoulder complex so safely. Last 2 lifts. Press your first knuckle into the ground. You may feel some burning through the back of your arm. No problem. Lift and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Press back to child's pose. Turn your palms up. Stretch your arms out. Press your arms down. Bring your seat back towards your heels. You'll feel the sticky mat grab hold of your arm, of your skin, and add a little bit of traction to your shoulders. Your forehead can be off the ground, a little body weight to the right, a little body weight to the left. You'll notice the shoulders stretching a bit more, the trapezius, the traps, upper back, and your lats, triceps. And if you don't know what those muscles are, no problem. You can feel what's going on. Back of your arm, upper back. Coming center, slide your hands toward you. Tuck your toes. Tone your belly. Exhale. Lift your knees and hover your knees off the ground for 3, 2, 1. Straighten your legs. Press your palms into the ground and forward, downward facing dog. Shake your head and begin to walk your dog. Press one heel down and then the other. Make this motion slow. See what's happening. When you press your right heel down, left palm presses down and forward. Feel that change. This cross-body mechanics working to help keep you balanced. Right heel goes down, left palm goes down and slightly forward. And then change. Left heel down, right palm down and forward. The mats are sticky and they're a fabulous tool for building depth into your practice. Even in these very quote unquote basic movements in yoga. Maybe you've done this a lot in your lifetime. Maybe this is your first time. You can still tune into the grounding that's happening. Last little walking motion. Swivel your head, let everything go. Step your feet apart as wide as the mat, bend your knees. And walk your hands toward your feet. Rest your belly on your thighs. Shake your head and dangle here. Dangling so beautiful for your spine. Anti-gravity. Rock side to side. Feel almost weightless here. Light toes. Grounded feet. Coming center. Fingertips on blocks or the ground. Straighten your legs just till you feel a stretch. Never, ever forcing the hamstrings. Bend your knees. Bend and straighten. Waking up the muscles of the thighs. If your eyes are still closed, open and look behind you between your legs. It's awesome for your brain. It thinks it's on a trip. Your perspective is changed. Amazing for brain health, all the things you do on your mat. Your breathing takes you out of the reptilian amygdala and into the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain just behind your forehead. The thinking brain, the creative side, right? And once you've bent your knees again, really heavy arms, tuck your chin and slowly roll up. Make it slow. Tuck your chin. Feel the arms so heavy here. And like a rag doll, standing up, shoulders go back and down. Gazing forward, roll your shoulders a couple more times. Notice the stance you have, a nice wide stance. Bring your hands onto your hips, roll your shoulders back and down, light toes here. Tuck your tail. Lift your tail, tuck, and lift, adding on. Tuck, lift, right side hike, left side hike. Let's continue. Tuck, lift, right hike, left hike. Twice more. On your own, keep gazing forward. This is so amazing for your low back muscles while you build strength through your legs. Coming to neutral, big hip circles. So putting all those movements together and then reverse the circle. It's almost like you're drawing a circle with your tailbone on the ground. If your tailbone was a crayon. So this is lumbar spinal articulation, remediating the effects of the seated lifestyle you may be enjoying at this time if you're back at work. And release, coming to neutral. Bend your knees. This is called horse squat or horse sit. Bend your knees, palms on your thighs. Look at your toes, make sure you can see them. Notice your balanced energy, balanced weight. Raise your arms forward. Feel most of the weight in your heels, palms facing. And then inhale, sweep arms back to airplane wings. Inhale forward. Exhale, sweep. Let's go. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your gaze forward. One more time. And we will change. Reach forward. Bring your palms together, thumbs to heart center, forward fold. Make it slow. Straighten your legs as you dangle here. Bend your knees. Reach your arms forward. Sweep arms back. Palms together. Exhale, fold. Dangle. Rock. Keep breathing. One more set. Bend your knees. Raise arms forward. Sweep arms back. Prayer hands. Forward fold. Dangle. So the slow motion oftentimes can be a little bit more challenging in yoga. Inhale. Step your feet together. Lift up halfway. Slide your hands onto your thighs. Straighten your elbows. Look forward. Take a peek up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees and slowly come to standing. Touch your palms above your head. No crossing thumbs. Press your palms together. Feel the strength building in shoulders. Slide your thumbs to heart center. Inhale, sweep arms out and up. Touch your palms. Slide your thumbs to heart center, forward fold with bhakti devotion. Where do you need balance in your life? Slide up halfway. Peek forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk your hands forward to plank pose. Drop your knees to the ground. Remember the baguette underneath your arms. Squeeze them in. Bend your elbows slightly. Chaturanga, tone your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, press your chest forward. This is Cobra. Stay in Cobra and move side to side. Just this easy motion, very strong for arms. Come center, press back slowly to child's pose. Come on up, tuck your toes, press back. Downward facing dog, walk it out. Remember to press opposite hand as the heel goes down. Shake it out. Gazing forward, walk slowly forward to the top of your mat. Bend your knees slightly, dangle here, shake it out. Inhale, peek up halfway. Palms on your thighs. Wiggle your toes, lift your tailbone, straighten your elbows, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees and think of unfurling as you stand tall. Palms touch above your head, slide your thumbs to heart center. Here we stand, samastitihi, equal standing pose. Close your eyes. Adjust your feet until they feel equally grounded. Upeksha, equanimity. Bend your knees softly, tone your belly. Lift your heart slightly, relax your shoulders. Dip your chin, relax your brow. Imagine this golden thread running from heaven straight through the crown of your head, all the way through your feet. Yogis believe you are the connection between the eternal and the temporal. Step your feet apart. Hatha Mudra. Stepping your feet apart, toes out, heels in. Bend your knees, a deep squat. Open your hands wide, palms facing up. Straighten your legs. Lift your arms, palms above your head. Exhale, thumbs to heart center, deep squat. This is Hatha Mudra, this beautiful symbol of that connection. The earthly grounding, the ethereal, heavenly direction we're called to be a part of. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Last two. Inhale, lift. Last one. Building strength through your seat and your legs. Palms touch, thumbs to heart center. Turn your toes forward. Heel toe your feet towards center. Looking down at your feet about hip distance apart. Bend your knees softly, lift your heels and balance. Drop your heels. Lift your heels and drop. Lift your heels and pause. Dip down very slightly. See how it goes. Drop your heels, stand tall. Bring your hands to your hip. Step your left foot back. Right foot stays where it is for Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. So notice your hips and then square them just slightly to the front. Back legs like a kickstand. Drive it back. Press most of the weight in the outer edge of your foot. Stand tall. Notice for any knee drifting. Adjust your knee over your second toe. Inhale, raise your arms slowly. Press your palms. No crossing, no interlacing. So strong through your shoulders and chest. Warrior One. Slide your thumbs to heart center. Straighten your leg, pyramid. Bend your knee. Press your prayer hands up. Inhale, straighten, prayer hands come to heart. One more time. Exhale, straighten, prayer hands to heart. Turn a quarter turn to your left, toes facing the long side of your mat. Open your arms to a T. Bend your knee very slightly and then over to the other side. We call this Skandasana. Side squatting. Arms out to a T, building shoulder strength and increasing your heart rate slightly. Stay in the side squat. Bring your arm to the inside of your leg and slowly lift opposite arm. Thread the needle. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread right under your armpit, gaze that way. One more time. Lift up, open up, standing tall, Prasarita. Slide your hands into your back pockets. Press your elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your heart, not your neck. No cranking of the neck, just a heart lift here, gazing forward. Roll your shoulders around. Squeeze your feet together, see how that changes your stance. Pause. Interlace your hands. Straighten your elbows. Tuck your chin, bend your knees, and forward fold. If this is too hard on shoulders, you don't have to interlace, but some of you may wish to lift your arms off your back. In a deep squat, shake your head. Release your fingertips to the ground and slowly roll up. And as you come up, open your arms to a T, squat to the opposite side. Bring your hand to the inside of your knee, lift your arm, exhale, thread the needle. So what we're getting after here is a couple of muscles on the side of your body, psoas and obliques. Reach, so feel the stretch right through here. Nice job, everybody. And then coming up, open your arms to a T. Turn your toes a quarter turn. Left foot forward, right foot back. Step your right foot, just close up the gap a bit. Hands on your hips, adjust your hips forward as much as feels comfortable for your back knee. Ground down through your back foot, adjust your front knee over second toe. Inhale, raise your arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Press your palms together. Straighten your leg. Bend your knees, slide your prayer hands down. Inhale, straighten your leg, press your prayer hands up. Exhale, gazes forward. Inhale, lift. Last time down. Last one up. Bend your knees, bring your prayer hands to your chest, step forward to chair. Utkatasana. So a deep knee bend with light toes. Sweep your arms back. Inhale forward and pause. Slide your right hand just to the inside of right knee. Raise your left arm up. Use your right hand and right thigh as a lever of sort, allowing you to lift a bit more, reach back, and circle around. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze, and circle. Last one. Reach back and pause. Look back with trust, with balance. Think about lifting your left foot. Try it. and step your left foot behind you. Warrior two. So wiggling your back foot backward, straighten your spine, open your arms to a T, gaze over right hand. Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten your leg, touch your hands above your head. Palms slide down, thumbs to heart center. Prayer hands, warrior two legs. Press your hands out, straighten your leg, lift your palms up. Slide thumb to heart, bend your knee. Press palms out, straighten, slide down. Press palms out, straighten your leg, turn your toes a quarter turn to the left, facing the long edge of your mat. Turn your toes a quarter turn to the left. Warrior two. Palms together, thumbs to heart center. Press your palms away, straighten your leg, lift your arms, touch your palms, slide thumbs down, left knee bends. And again, we'll do this 3 more times. So working on hip stability, shoulder strength, and cardiovascular strength. Stay in warrior two. Relax your shoulders, looking over left fingertips. Gaze so strongly and step to chair pose. Chair pose. Biceps by your ears. Reach forward. Slide left knuckles to the inside of left knee. Inhale, raise your arm, big circles here. As you reach up, press left knee and hand toward one another. This is shoulder range of motion work, really amazing mobility for shoulder joint. And the next time you reach back, gaze back, look back, pause, trust your left foot, balance, and step back. Step back. Side angle pose. Left elbow down, right arm lifts. Press into your left elbow. You'll notice this protraction of your shoulder joint. Raise your right arm. Spread your fingers. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. One more time. Thread. Lift your arm up. Slowly come up. Open your arms to a T. Flip your palms. Both toes point out, heels in, setting up for goddess, squat, or temple. Elbows come in, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Try to tap your elbows together. This is for shoulder stabilization. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slide it down, light toes. Inhale, lift. Open your arms to a T. Turn your toes to the right. Bend your front knee, warrior two. Rest the elbow on your thigh. Lift your left arm up. Protract through your shoulder. Press into your right elbow again. Lift and then twist, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. So mobility of the spine, mobility of the shoulder joint. That's what yoga does for you. Last time. You just have to show up. Reach up, looking down. Bring your fingertips to the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Drop your knee. And move to child's pose and rest. Slowly coming out. Adjust your body so that you come to your seat. And once you are on your seat, stretch your legs out in front of you. Roll your shoulders a couple times. Bring your fingertips next to you. Nice straight spine. In staff pose, sit tall. Feel very grounded here. Flex your ankles. Raise your arms out in front of you. Tuck your chin and slowly roll down. Make it super slow. Squeeze your thighs together. And once you come to the ground, slide your feet onto the mat. Hug your right knee into your chest, interlacing your fingers around your knee. Roll your foot around a few times. Cross right ankle over left thigh, figure 4. Open your arms to a T. Tilt your figure 4 side to side. Make it gentle. Press your ankle a little bit more into your thigh. You'll notice your knee presses away from you. Observe how the range of motion is changing. Moving into a twist. Pause at the top. Cross your thighs tightly, no space. Shift your hips over to the right just a bit. And then drop your knees to a block or to your mat. Adjust your body so that you feel your right shoulder grounded. Reach out and then look to your right. Place your left hand on your belly. Over and over in yoga, we're reminded of the power of the breathing, power of the breath. Pranayama. It's one of the 8 limbs of yoga, a whole science devoted to the study of breathing. Inhale, belly rises into your hand. Exhale, feel your belly soften. Breath leaves the body. From birth to death, you have a finite amount of breaths, say the yogis. How will you use the time you've been given? The teachings of yoga remind us that you were not created to be on this earth in a state of disharmony, of running around, of brain spin, of bitterness, regret, shame. Turn your gaze up. Uncross your legs. Bring your palms down to the ground next to your hips. Walk your feet toward your sits bones. Tuck your tail and slowly lift your hips. Lower. Adding on Dvipadipedam. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower your hips. Raise your arms. Biceps by your ears. Arch your back. Exhale, lift. Arms come down. Pinkies touch the ground. Inhale, lower your spine. Arms come up, biceps by your ears. Continue, twice more. Stay in bridge. Interlace your fingertips underneath your body. Walk your triceps, your upper arms closer to one another. Give your chin a little tuck, Jaladhara Bandha. Tone your navel to your spine, Uddiyana Bandha. Contract your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. We call this Maha Bandha, the grand lock of yoga. Create light toes, lift your hips up. Feel most of the way through your heels. Release your fingertips. Articulate your spine back down to the ground. Hug your knees in. Roll your forehead up towards your knees. Feel the stretch through low back. Lie back, happy baby. Slide your hands behind your knees. Open your knees wide. Flex your ankles. Soles of your feet facing your ceiling. Rock side to side here, finding your balance. Or maybe take peace fingers around big toes. Curl your big toes around your peace fingers. Rock side to side. Pause. Observe where you feel imbalance in your back and shoulders. Press your tailbone down. Bring your thighs a little closer to the ground. Press tailbone down, bring thighs down. And one more time. Release. Bring your feet to the ground, cross left ankle on top of right thigh, figure four. Open your arms to a T, begin to tilt figure four side to side. Slow, gentle movement side to side. Press your foot into your thigh. Notice what happens to your knee as it moves away from your body. Outer hip muscles engaged. Pause. Shift your hips a little bit to the left. Cross your thighs tightly, no space. Setting up for the twist. Twisted roots. Drop your knees to the right. Wiggle left shoulder down. You can tuck a block under your knees. And resting right hand on your belly. Turn your gaze to the left. Inhale so much your belly rises into your hand. Exhale slowly. Let your body melt and be cradled by the earth beneath it. Slowly unwind. Slide your feet onto your mat. Adjust your back so it feels flat. Hug your left knee into your chest. Compress, roll your foot around. And release. Roll to your side. Come to your belly. Adjust your body, rocking your hips side to side. Let your forehead come to your stacked hands. Untuck your toes. Crocodile. Continue rocking your hips until you feel your legs are of equal length. Your hip points seem balanced. One not hiked up higher than the next. Belly breathing. With your eyes closed, visualize yourself on a beach. As you inhale, belly pressing into the sand. A warm sand cradling your belly, massaging dorsal vagal nerve, calming everything down. Nothing to do but listen to the wave-like breaths. What do you notice about where you are? The sun so bright, glistening off the water. The sky so blue. Your life in balance, your spirit feels healthy. Your body is healing. Your mind slowing down to the rhythm of the earth's beat. Maybe you hear a storm in the distance, so far from you. As you lie here in the warmth of the bright, beautiful day. You feel peace. Peace with what is. Peace with what is not. And to the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of the waves, of the earth's rhythm, repeating to yourself, I have peace with what is on the in-breath. I have peace with what is not as you exhale. Continue repeating that powerful mantra that reminds us power of never giving up and always letting go. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Slide your hands out and down towards your shoulders. Tone your belly. Press into the ground and move back to child's pose. The counter pose to crocodile. Stretch your arms behind you, palms facing up. Notice how you feel energetically versus when you first started your practice. More grounded, more balanced, planting seeds for the future. Peace with what is, peace with what is not. Saying no, reaching for books, reaching for music, reaching for nature, for family, time with friends, face to face. Slide your hands towards you, just under your shoulders, and press up to hands and knees, cat-cow. Step your knees apart, tuck your chin and tail, lift your gaze. Easy does it. And moving to a comfortable seat, either on a blanket or a block. Crossing your ankles. Adjust your seat, take the flesh away, sit tall. We call this easy seat. Roll your shoulders a few times. This is an amazing concept, this balance of ease and effort, right? Effort and ease. Yoga is constantly mixing up the opposites, not to confound you, but to remind us life is a balance of opposites. It can never be one way or the other. It's a constant shift. Bring your palms together, thumbs to heart center, honoring the earth that you walk, honoring the steps you take, knowing that each step is like kissing the earth, says Thich Nhat Hanh. Tuck your chin, bowing in to the teachers who've led you here, the teachers before you, the teachers to come. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you. So lovely that you joined for this healing, grounding, slow flow. Please subscribe and like and do all those things that we do on this channel with such gratitude. Spread the light today.